Hi everybody, it's Ella B here. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm back with another tutorial for you today. So I really wanted to go ahead and jump on that yellow makeup bandwagon. And so I went ahead and filmed a yellow makeup tutorial for you. I hope this is something that you're interested in. I had a lot of fun filming it. It was kind of just like a quick little thing that I did last minute, but definitely let me know what you think in the comments below, and go ahead and subscribe if this is something that you like, and the tutorial will be up next. Thanks for watching. Okay everyone, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I've already applied my eyebrows as well as my moisturizing face primer, and I'm gonna start with the Subculture palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to use this fluffy brush by Alamar. It came in a 3-pack that I got in my BoxyCharm. So using my fluffy brush, I'm going to start putting the color Electric into my crease. It's a very shimmery gold color. And I'm going to sweep that all the way across from corner to corner, as you can see. And I feel like that just adds a really nice little shimmer to this look. And I'm going to go in with my smaller Luxie brush into the color Edge, which is a fairly bright yellow. And I'm going to go ahead and start building my wing, my V shape, beginning at the outer corner of the eyelid and sweeping all the way across. You can see I start to line the lower lash line as well. And I am going to have a winged liner on for this look, even though it won't be super dramatic, so I want a nice clean edge, and I do want this to be very bright and yellow, so I'm kind of packing the shade on a little bit. Next, I'm going to go ahead in with the color New Wave, and that's a very dandelion yellow, almost an orangey shade. I'm really going to deepen that crease and that outer corner a little more. It's very bright, super pretty. And I applied that to the outer corner of the lash line also. You can really see that V shape starting to build. I'm sweeping all the way across. And next I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. All right, and then I'm going to go back in with that same fluffy brush I used earlier and really blend out any harsh lines that are there. I'm really buffing everything in nice and evenly. Okay, not looking too bad there at all. Next, I'm going to go ahead in with my Glamouflage concealer. And I'm going to take my favorite Alamar concealer brush, which is super small and easy to use. And I'm going to start cutting my crease. I'm going to start at the inner corner. Sorry, the lighting's a little out of focus. There we go. And follow the natural curve of my crease, and I'm going to go right to the center of the eyelid and fill that whole part in. And I'm not going to set this, I'm just going to kind of let it matte down a little on its own. Go ahead in with the other eye. Okay, so we're looking pretty even there. Next, I'm going to go in with this new Stila White Lights Liquid Eyeshadow in the color Yellow Tails. It's super, super pretty. I couldn't resist buying it in the store. And I'm just going to go ahead and sweep that all the way across my concealer. It's very easy to apply. Super pretty color. I feel like this is a very versatile, glittery eyeshadow. It's almost opalescent. I'll link it down below. I just picked it up last week, and I'm really just going ahead and sweeping that across. It doesn't need a lot of time to dry or anything. It did not transfer to underneath my brow at all. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Next, I'm going to go ahead back in with a smaller fluffy brush with the color New Wave again, and really start to blend out my outer corner. Right where it meets that liquid shadow, I really want that to blend. So I'm going to overlap my shadow right on top of the liquid. Really blend that out. I kind of try to use a light hand when I do that. I don't want any harsh lines. It may take a little bit of time. We have to be a little patient. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Like I said, these colors are super pigmented, so you might need to blow some excess shadow off. All right, we're about even. Next, I'm going to go ahead in with my 24-hour Maybelline Full Coverage Foundation. I don't think that's the actual name for it, but I will link it down below. I'm going to go ahead and apply that with my Real Technique sponge, which was already dampened. And this foundation is very full coverage. You don't need a whole lot of it. I believe I used the shade 112. And just go ahead and really buff that into my skin. And what I really love about this sponge the most is that you just get some flawless coverage with it. And I like that it's a little larger than, let's say, the Beauty Blender would be. You can kind of cover more of your face quickly. And you can see here I am going to go ahead with my sponge and start to create a sharp line at the outer corners of my eyelid. I am going to clean up that line with some concealer as well in a moment. Making sure to blend out and buff out this foundation. Careful not to ruin my brows. I feel like I always ruin my brows with my foundation. Next, I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Cosmetics Pro Concealer. And I like that this is a little bit of an orangey base for me. It kind of helps to cover my dark circles. And like I said earlier, I'm really carving that edge out using my concealer. I'm going to be doing a really light contour today, but I'm going to be using this shade to contour as well. Want to make sure your sharp winged edges on both sides are even. Like I said, I'm going to contour with this, so I'm going to do my chin and nose as well. And now I'm going to blend, blend, blend once again with my Real Technique sponge. Being sure to keep that edge nice and clean. And I'm just gonna keep blending and buffing out my contour here. And like I said, I'm just being really careful around my eyebrows and my forehead because I always mess my eyebrows up with my foundation. Doesn't look too bad, it's pretty even. Then I'm gonna go ahead in with my Pretty Vulgar Powder Room powder, and I'm gonna use the applicator it comes with and just go over the areas that I applied my concealer. I feel like that's where I get the most oily. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure everything is even before I apply my liner. And the liner I'm going to use today is Midnight Chaos by NYX in the brown shade. And I'm gonna start in the middle of my eyelid and drag up. I like to get my liner on in one fluid motion. And then in the corner, I start to build a triangle shape. And I just go ahead and fill it in. I don't want a super dramatic wing here, so I'm gonna try to keep it as fine as possible. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, starting in the center again and dragging up. I find that the brush on this particular eyeliner makes it really easy to apply a thin line versus how other brushes, which may be a felt tip or an actual pen, make it really hard. I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that's even on both sides yet again. Then I'm gonna start to just blend out that powder I have on, remove some of that powder with an Eco Tools fluffy brush. It's super cheap, it's one of my favorite powder brushes. I'm gonna go ahead back in with that small Luxie brush. And I'm gonna dip into the color New Wave and apply it to my bottom lash line. I'm trying to get it pretty close. I don't want it to look too smoked out. And I'm just gonna apply all the way across. Okay, next I'm gonna go ahead and start my super light bronzy contour with my Hoola bronzer and my favorite Lisa Frank brush, which I talked about in my first tutorial. And I'm going to start right on the jawline there and right around the hairline. Of course, I like to go underneath the chin because I feel like it makes you look so much thinner. And really get that blended out. I don't want any harsh lines. That's why I'm not doing any type of cream contour. I really don't want this to be a dramatic look. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. course, right around the chin area. All right, next I'm going to go in with my Laura Geller blush. And I'm going to apply that to the balls of the cheek, as well as up the jawline. And I will link the brush that I used down below. Okay, next I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics Blacklight Highlighting Kit. I'm going with the color Electra. And I'm going to use my favorite Luxie highlight brush. I love this brush because it's super fluffy and easy to apply. I'm going to apply right at the top of the jawline as well as above the brow bone. This is a super glowy highlight. This is extremely glowy, so I try not to use it as an everyday. I don't think I would ever use this palette as everyday because it is just so pigmented. And I'm not going to do a nose contour today. I'm just going to go ahead and highlight the tip of the nose and the top. Next, I'm going to line my lips and fill them in with a NYX lip liner in the color Nude Beige. I'm going to start with my bottom lip. I'm really trying harder lately to make my lips look fuller, even though I have naturally full lips. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill that completely in. And right where my Cupid's bow is, I'm going to really start lining there and moving outward. And fill that top lip in as well. Get that nice and filled in. Okay, next, the lip gloss I'm going to use is by Urban Decay, and it's in the color Walk of Shame. I'm just going to apply that, obviously, right over the liner. I'm not a huge lip gloss person, but I feel like if I'm wearing my hair up or if I have a really bright eye, that it just works. Okay, next I'm going to go with my It Cosmetics mascara. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of this mascara. I got it in my BoxyCharm. I just feel like it's not the easiest to apply and it clumps pretty easily, but what it does do that I really like is it really lengthens the lashes. I already have pretty long lashes, but I feel like this definitely makes a huge difference. And I'm just going to go ahead and do my other eye. You really have to wiggle this mascara on. It's not easy to use necessarily. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes. These are Kiss lashes. I'll have to check out what kind they are exactly. I'll link them down below. They're one of those like double wear ones where they're super full. And like I said, I like to apply my lashes with my nails. I'm just not a big tweezer person. I feel like it makes them much harder to apply. And I start by trying to really get that center of the lash down fully and then press both the outer and inner corner. And then I kind of squeeze my natural lash and the fake lash together to make it look more natural. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side. All right, and the last thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is just add highlight to my inner corner using the same small Luxie brush we used earlier and the same highlight color Electra from our BH Cosmetics palette. I'm just gonna apply that to the inner corner of my eye. I might drag it up a little bit onto the lid. I really want my inner corners to be glowy. And obviously I'm going to do the other side. Of course, if you want to finish this off with some setting spray or powder, that'd probably be best. But of course, I forgot to add that into the video. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed.